The Adventures of the Forest Animals. Once upon a time, in a peaceful forest, there lived a group of animals. There was a wise old owl, a playful rabbit, a curious squirrel, and a kind-hearted deer. They all lived together in harmony and took care of each other. One day, while the animals were playing in the forest, they noticed that the youngest member of their group, a tiny mouse, was missing. They searched everywhere but couldn't find the little mouse. As night fell, they grew worried and decided to split up and search the forest again. The wise old owl flew up high to get a better view of the forest while the rabbit and squirrel searched the ground for any signs of the little mouse. The deer used her keen sense of smell to sniff out any clues. They searched all night but still couldn't find the little mouse. As the sun started to rise, the animals grew tired and decided to take a rest. They all huddled together under a big oak tree, and the wise old owl told them a story about the adventures of a brave little mouse. The story was so captivating that the animals soon fell asleep, one by one. The wise old owl continued to tell the story until the last animal fell asleep. When the little mouse heard the story, she came out of her hiding spot and joined the group under the oak tree. The animals woke up to find the little mouse safe and sound. They were overjoyed to see her and thanked the wise old owl for telling such a wonderful story. From that day on, the little mouse never wandered off alone again. The wise old owl suggested that they all take a break from playing and go on a nature walk. As they walked, the wise old owl pointed out different plants and animals and shared interesting facts about them. The rabbit and squirrel raced ahead, chasing each other and having fun. The deer sniffed around, exploring new scents and occasionally stopping to nibble on some leaves. As they walked deeper into the forest, they stumbled upon a clearing that they had never seen before. In the middle of the clearing stood a majestic tree, taller than any they had ever seen. The animals were in awe of the tree's size and beauty. Suddenly, they heard a faint sound coming from the tree. It sounded like someone was trapped inside. The animals rushed over to investigate and found a little bird stuck in a knot hole near the top of the tree. The bird had been trying to build a nest but had gotten stuck and couldn't fly away. The animals knew they had to help the little bird, but they didn't know how. The wise old owl suggested that they all work together to create a plan. The rabbit and squirrel gathered sticks and leaves to create a makeshift ladder. The deer used her strong legs to push the ladder up against the tree while the wise old owl directed the operation from below. The little mouse scurried up the ladder and helped the bird wiggle free from the knot hole. The animals all cheered as the bird flew away, happy and free. They were so proud of themselves for working together and saving a life. As they walked back to their home in the forest, the animals talked about how much they had learned from each other that day. They realized that by working together and sharing their unique strengths, they could accomplish anything. And they knew that they would always be there for each other, no matter what. From that day on, the animals continued to explore the forest together, always looking out for each other and discovering new wonders. They learned that true friendship and teamwork could conquer any obstacle, and they all lived happily ever after.